It's after the games?
And we are about ready to go at Pepin Stadium. Welcome back for more Sunshine State Conference soccer. Barry University against your Tampa Spartans in a Saturday night matchup. And already the Bucks send a long ball forward into the box, and that'll be picked up by the Spartans goalie. As we get underway for the first 45 minutes of senior night, let's introduce your Spartans starting 11. Aiden Smith in goal as she sends the players forward to send it long. On defense, we've got Sophia Libman, Zoe Whitten, Sephora Carl, Ella Armis, and Lauren Holschauer. Given that the Spartans usually run with four in the back, you can expect that one of those players will be working more as a defensive midfielder. Well, the only listed midfielder in the starting lineup is Cade Russell, but that means one of the plenty of forwards we have starting, or multiple of the forwards, will be dropping into the midfield to help out on the attack. Those include Brooke Kittner, Sydney Dennis, Nellie Brinnis, Allie Walden, Ella Armis. For now, it'll be passed out wide, past Cade Russell. And now running all the way back to get it is Kittner. Good ball control to hold on to it. The Spartans wearing white with dark shoulders. Notably, one thing that's cool is Aiden Smith is wearing a pink goalie uniform. Now, sometimes pink is just a good sort of bright color for goalies to wear, given that you want the uniforms to stand out, but it also helps that this is an October game, and it also is good for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Entering the field today, the Spartans were wearing pink jerseys, pink T-shirts as well. And we're back. We should hopefully have fixed our audio issues. We apologize. The good news is you did not miss that much. Barry was getting some offense going, and so were the Spartans. But for now, we've got ourselves a goal kick as we continue. As we resume, Barry are going to get onto the attack now. In goal, they've got Fernanda Merink. In defense, they've got Cordelia Brown, Jenny Skogmo, and also Alexa Renee Garcia. A majority of their team rests in the midfield, as now they're going to be surging forward with a long-range effort. That's off target for a Spartans goal kick. They've got Aaliyah Jaidi, Ashley Finn, Madeline Willenborg, and Caitlin Conway in the midfield. And the forwards that are starting are Caitlin Billick, Annabelle Toledo, Madison Pastor, and also... That was it, actually. Not ends at Pastor. Long clearance now from the Spartans as that's headed backwards. And cleared away from Barry. Cleared from the Spartans and sent all the way away. That clearance did not go the correct direction that Tampa needed, and that'll keep Barry on the attack. That'll be a goal kick coming up for the Spartans. So it'll be Aiden Smith starting us off as we continue. Tampa enters today with a 5-1-4 record. They've only had one defeat and 4 ties this season. Their lone loss came on the road against Wallins, but since then, they have gone on a 4-game unbeaten run. That did include a streak of 3 consecutive ties, 2 at home, 1 on the road, but they finally got back in the win column against Nova Southeastern on Wednesday. Barry, on the other hand, have had more wins than the Spartans, but also have taken defeat 5 times over the course of the year. They're entering a 4-game winless run with 2 losses and 2 ties en route to Tampa. The last time they scored was against Nova Southeastern back on October 13th. They've been kept quiet for about 2 weeks. But they're starting off strong on the attack, and they know the way back into the win column will be to find the ball into the back of the net. The players to watch for Barry will certainly be Aaliyah Jaidi, who is their top scorer with 6 goals this season. Aaliyah, of course, in the starting lineup. You also could rely on Ashley Finn somewhat, too. She is another player that is starting for the Bucks and has 2 goals, the second most for the team in the season. For Tampa, they've been relying on the feet of Mimi Cronquist, Allie Wold, and Cindy Dennis. They each have more than 4 points on the season. Wold with 3 goals and an assist, Cronquist with 4 goals, and Cindy Dennis with only 1 in the back of the net before passes that found the goal scorer, a.k.a. assists. I don't know why I got too complicated with it, but I guess just trying to spice it up. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and again, we do apologize. Hopefully you're able to reload and get back onto the stream as we fixed some of the audio issues. And Barry trying to fix their winless woes as they continue with possession. This is Tampa's senior night, one of the final few home games of the regular season. We'll close out play on November 2nd and 7th on Saturday, next Saturday actually, and then Thursday against Palm Beach Atlantic to close out our regular season. Meanwhile, Barry will be back at home on November 4th. And then they'll also close out their regular season on the 7th. They take on Florida National in an out-of-conference game on the 4th, and then Florida Tech in Sunshine State Conference play. Very early into the game, only about 10 minutes gone, and both teams not able to find too much in terms of offense at the moment. 2 shots, 1 on target. And now Barry will try to bring it out from the back. Or maybe they'll send it long. We'll have to see what their goalie wants to do, and Marink is just going to play it short. She's had a solid season in the net. 5 games, only 1 start. This is her 2nd starting appearance. Looks like for now she has won the starting job against Maya Kane with an 0.91 goal-out average and an 86 save percentage. Now here come the Bucks. Looking for a way into the box, but that's great defense on the side by the Spartans. The Bucks back in possession. They'll go to the center of the park. Excellent tackle, a little physical, long-range shot. It's off the top of the post. Rebound, just out of reach for the Bucks. They'll have to recycle possession. The ball is just out of reach of Aiden Smith. That one is in reach. She'll pick it up and be able to clear it away. So dangerous from the Bucks, but they're still looking for the opening goal. Tampa's goalie, however, has had a solid season too. An 0.82 goal-out average and 83 save percentage. She has been the regular season starter every single time for the Spartans, featuring in all but 23 minutes of the season. She unfortunately is second on the team in save percentage as Leah Duhan, who came into the game late in one of the early matchups of the season, recorded 23 scoreless minutes with 1 save recorded. That is a perfect 100 save percentage. Although if there were qualified minutes rates for some of the statistics, technically, Aiden would still be leading. But either way, Tampa can't go wrong with Smith in the net. A very strong performance for her this season. And while she has conceded a few goals in the most recent games, she has had 5 clean sheets and a 3-0-2 record in those games. Well, obviously, you can't lose the game if you hold a clean sheet, but Tampa converted for wins 60% of the time when it happens. They would like to find the back of the net and make it 4 of 6 clean sheets with W's. But at the moment, Smith will continue to be put to the test. Barry on an attack on the left-hand side. Barry attacking left to right here in the first half. And Tampa start to move it down the field as they get the interception. It's Sydney Dennis on the ball. She's transitioned from being the team's false nine into more of their creative maestro in the midfield. Sort of a Kevin De Bruyne role, if you will, for her this season. And you know, she's adopted to it brilliantly for the offense. As the ball's going to be headed back to Smith. She'll slow things down for the Spartans. And while I think they were looking for a counterattack on the previous play, they'll now slow things down to try to open something up as the ball is kicked away from Holshower and the Bucks get it back in midfield. Nice short play. Header. That is not going to be a good ball as it gets into the box. But great job by Smith to clear it away just before the Bucks forward could put a shot on goal. It was going to be a one-on-one chance. A missed pass to a teammate gave a point-blank opportunity, but great instincts from our number one to go and clear it away. And that's another costly pass from the Spartans, but a good defensive challenge will win it back. No foul on the play despite it being a little rough. Barry are going to win it shortly back, though. Notice for a lot of these matchups, there are less fouls called. Only one so far within the first 14 minutes and change. And Marink slows it down to send it back out. And again, thank you for joining us on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. I'll give you a quick update from the matchup that started earlier today. Men's soccer between Barry and Tampa. And Barry is taking the win at their homestand for the moment. 1-0 against the Spartans. They scored pretty early in the first half and have kept the door shut. Barry, bring it forward. Barry's black and red uniforms are similar to what the Spartans men's team had previously worn. As there's a costly turnover. Edge of the box for the Bucks. Shot saved. That was a tough angle to shoot, and that went right to Aiden Smith. But it's a good opportunity nonetheless for the Bucks. Sort of continuing what I was saying, the red striped and sort of the red and black stripes, which Barry has, was what Tampa used to have for their men's team 1 or 2 seasons ago. A uniform that was actually pretty similar to Atlanta United's home kit. But this year, some of the teams have changed it up, and I think we don't really use the stripes as often. So it'll be Barry that have them, and also have the ball for this throw-in as we hit the 15th minute of play. Still all tied. I don't believe Tampa's gotten a shot on target yet. They'll still be looking for their first as they try to keep the door closed. Holshow with a nice clearance forward. That's going to be headed into open space for Sydney Dennis. One defender in front of her. Long-range effort, but it's not going to really trouble Barry as Marink can get right to the ball and clear it away. So just a very badly missed pass or just a very weak shot. It's kind of hard to tell. I believe it'll probably be scored as a pass, so no shot on target for the Spartans. But again, plenty of time for you, Tampa, to get on the board. Taking a look at the conference standings. Tampa's 3 draws in 5 games have meant they've had a slow start to conference play. They are pretty far down the table in 9th place on the leaderboard. Barry is just 1 spot in front of them thanks to 4 conference losses. But Tampa has a few more games in hand, and they'd love a win to try to surge up the leaderboard to make the postseason. Tampa's definitely played at a postseason level this year. I mean, they only have 1 defeat the entire season, but they just need to get more wins when facing Sunshine State Conference foes. Florida Tech and Rollins lead the way in terms of the conference. The Tars are 4-1, and Florida Tech's 4-1-1, 13 and 12 points respectively. Of course, some teams still will have to make up games from the recent hurricanes that happened at the start of October that sort of messed up some of the seasons, as the ball is going to be sent to the box and cleared away by Barry. Although Barry has had a couple of more games than some of their conference foes at 7. Tampa's with 5. Someone out on the ground for the Spartans. Looks to be the 11 potentially. We'll be right back. And we're back, and it's a good sign as Zoe Whidden's able to walk off the field under her own power. The freshman from Denver hopefully will make a reappearance later in today's game, but for now, we'll take a quick breather as the rest of the teams also are taking this advantage to get some hydration in. 16 minutes through in the game. Tampa's been held off the score sheet in terms of shots. Barry have had 4 with 2 on target. However, they haven't found the back of the net. 2 saves from Smith keep us level as we continue at the University of Tampa's Pepin Stadium. I'm Taylor Storthy. Thank you for tuning in as we are back at Tampa.
I'm checking. I've lost all. 21, 19. Who's like running the main? You have 4? You have 15? I mean, you don't know those. 10, 15, 4, 21, 13. Then, who's that?
10 started. I think 26 is
26.
It looks like that entering the game was Tally O'Leary, one of the seniors, and well, actually graduate students, back onto the field. Tampa able to clear it away as they are in a tricky spot on defense. Now trying to get it down the field. Barry now playing it out from the back. Playing it down the wing. Cleared away by Holshower, but it actually is going to land right to one of the forwards. Nice positioning from the Barry player. She does get dispossessed by Sydney Dennis. But Billick with a good read of the play. Tampa now to the edge of the box. Play to the right. A little bit of room. Not enough room for a shot by Leary. Edge of the box. Crossed. Misses everyone, and Barry can clear it away. Tampa still putting the pressure on as Barry sends it downfield. And they did have an open player with some space, but it falls too far to a defender. Now the Spartans playing it out from the right. So here come the Spartans looking for a chance. To the edge of the box again. Great defense by the Bucks. With 19 minutes to go in the half, the Spartans have started to take more control, but they're still yet to find a shot on goal. A shot to challenge the Bucks goalie just yet. Here's a long ball. Headed away from the box. One of the players for Barry falls over, though, opening a chance for the Spartans. Good passing out to Holshower. Holshower just sends it back to Armas, playing it safe. And Tampa again holding on to possession. They want to dictate the flow as we continue. Tampa moving forward. Good pass through. Good little clearance. And now from the side, long ball from the Spartans. Headed away from the box. Picked up again by Tampa. Looking for some room. Pass to the middle. Edge of the box. Not enough room for the cross. We'll send it away, and it's picked up by the goalie. So the Bucks do concede some good possessions there from the Spartans, but they're able to do a good job of defending to keep us from getting on the shot tally for now. Update from Buccaneer Field in Miami Shores. Tampa has equalized the game. It's 1-1 in the 60th minute of action. Both the men's teams are now in the same spot as we are in here, but with one goal for each team on the scoreboard. The goal was scored by Rodrigo Lopez for the Spartans.
There you go. Didn't he get a yellow?
Good challenge in the middle of the field for Armas as she'll send it out wide to Kittner. She was thinking about a long pass, and now will send it out wide. I believe it was intended to O'Leary, but it just gets away from her. O'Leary and a few of the other seniors/graduates will be having Senior Day celebrations at halftime, I believe. Maybe after the game, I'm not fully sure. But it is Senior Day, of course, for the Spartans. Special for these players. And even though it's technically not their final home game, where Senior Days usually are for the final home matches of the season, it's still a special night, and usually a lot of families will be out here as well. I'm pretty sure I believe, is it Parents' Weekend, I think? No, okay. That was earlier this year. Last week. That would have been another, I think, probably positive time to do it.
14's coming on.
As we get a change coming up for the Spartans, looks like it'll be Mimi Cronquist entering the field. And for Kittner, she'll be done for the first half. Of course, substitutions in the first half. Once you're out, you stay out until the next 45. But in the second half, you can go back and forth. The Bucks bring it down the wing. Now they've got a bit of run of momentum. Edge of the box, looking for a cross, bringing up close. Skied over the bar as they actually did find a teammate. Shot off target, goal kick Spartans. They can take a deep breath because that was a scary situation. The good look from the Spartans defense just kind of struggling right there. But the Bucks not able to convert.
Do you need me? What? No, I'll just hop on broadcast if you don't. Okay.
Now down the field, that's a very good through ball to find Cronquist. Cronquist lets the Barry defender get in front, and as she actually keeps the ball in play, there's a sliding challenge. Clean despite the Spartan player going down. She got just enough ball for the referee to not blow the whistle, but I also imagine the referee will say, be careful, because if you miss a tackle like that, it's likely a booking. Hey, sometimes you got to go aggressive to make a play like that. Here come the Spartans now back in possession. Play to the middle for Sydney Dennis. Dennis with some room. Dennis out to the left. Cronquist, edge of the box. Cross misses everyone, but it's picked up on the far wing, only for a second. Now the Bucks can clear it away. And now the Bucks are looking for a counterattack. The Bucks bring it down the left-hand side. Cuts to the inside. Knocked away. Spartans midfield going to send it around. It's Kate Russell with a pass. It's just too far in front. Now kicks back. The Bucks back line can slow things down. It's now held by their number 4, Jenny Skogmo.
I think R26 and 11 are the same. They're 11 and 21 are the same.
There are a few seniors in this Barry lineup, but the team is a mix of young and old. One of the seniors that are starting is Aliyah Jaidi, alongside Ashley Finn and Madeline Willenberg, and also Madison Pastor. But there's also a ton of freshmen, too, including Fernanda Meirake, who's a freshman from Brazil, who was able to win the starting job. Also in the goalie room is Callie Chrisman and Maya Keon from Loria, Italy. So impressive work from Meirake to get the start over the senior goalie. And she's looked solid today, although she hasn't needed to do much as the defense has had her back. Well, there's a long ball forward for the Spartans. Barry likes to play with a center back deep. That may have hurt them in this situation. And Tampa's going to hold on to the ball at the edge of the box. Ooh, good physical play from the center back. But could also say maybe a bit lucky the referee was fine with the shoulder tackles. And now a long ball sent forward for the Bucks to the edge of the box. Great defense from the Spartans. Getting in front of it to force the corner kick is Sophia Carlholm. That's a tough situation to clear it away. Sometimes you just got to get in front and let it roll out. That is an important defensive spot as we have 20 minutes to go here in the first half at Pepin Stadium. We say this all the time, but we'd love to have you here at Pepin Stadium if you're watching at home and in the area. The next Spartans women's soccer matchup you can see here will be on November 2nd. In the meantime, you'll also be able to catch some men's soccer and and volleyball from time to time. Our volleyball team was on the road at Nova Southeastern today. It's always a grudge match as the header misses for a goal kick. Against the Sharks, Tampa was able to win in 5 sets, overcoming a 2-1 deficit and getting back in the win column. Tampa just suffered their second defeat of the season. A healthy Callie Kors and Connor Ron leading the way for kills for the Spartans. Meanwhile, in terms of statistics today, leading the way for shots is Ashley Finn. She's had 2 of them in the game, and they've both been the ones on target for the Bucks. That's going to lay into the midfield, and that is barely kept in play just for a second by Bilk, but her clearance attempt just goes out of bounds. Happens from time to time when you have to make a tough play like that. Tampa will be starting with a throw-in from Holshower. Holshower on that left back position. She'll just repeat what she did there after the throw-in goes long. I think Holshower trying to get a throw-in behind the defense. There's no offsides on throw-in, so if you can send it far, you may as well. And you know what? It's moving the ball up the field slowly but surely. Here comes another throw-in for Holshower, and this time plays it close to Cronquist as Barry get a big turnover. Looks like they're going to be attacking from that right side. Great pass out wide, cross to the center of the park, but it finds a Spartan defender who now will be moving into some space. I think that's Sydney Dennis dropping all the way back down into the midfield to make that play. And it's Dennis back on the ball. Dennis waiting for a teammate, trying to find some space, not getting a lot of active pressure, so she's just holding on to it, and now we'll play it out wide. Russell. Good pass forward. They try to play a 1-2. It's a long-range effort off target, and while the Spartans do get their first shot of the game, it's not the greatest of shots, so it'll be a goal kick from Barry. Tampa's always been strong in terms of defense this year, but they've had their moments of scoring droughts. And at the moment, they've been kept quiet on the stat sheet in terms of shots. They're going to want to make the most of the opportunities that time around. Just a little too high. I think taking the shot that time was Allie Wold. Wold's been a good forward for the Spartans. As a freshman from Sylvan Lake, Michigan, has made a nice impact as Dennis gets the ball back. Dennis is one of the seniors that'll be honored with our Senior Day celebrations later today. A Spartans veteran and one of the team leaders. Dennis just holding on to the ball. Will play it back to the defense. Tampa just electing to slow things down. Tampa playing it out wide now. It's been a good season for both the men's and women's soccer teams for the Spartans. They've cooled off after hot starts for both sides, but women's soccer and men's soccer trying to make their way to the conference tournament, as that's going to be the first true save for Mayrink as that goes off a foot of a player and then right to Mayrink. Talia O'Leary just not able to find the back of the net. The night sky here at U Tampa giving us nice and clear weather. We've actually had very nice weather for a lot of these games recently. The current temperature on the field is 80 degrees with a real feel of 80. So humidity not really being a factor. It's only at the start of the season where you get some really hot games. Sometimes the games actually get cold later on. Handball on the play by Barry. It'll be a free kick for the Spartans. Or actually, nope, the flag is up. It was offsides. Either way, it's the same outcome, just a free kick. And taking it for the Spartans will be Aiden Smith. Smith won't be part of the Senior Day celebrations, I believe, as a junior. And she sends it up the field. That falls behind pretty much everyone to the sideline. And the Spartans keep it in play. Spartans with some room down the wing. Looking for the cross. Now playing it inside. Hold on to the ball. Tampa looking for the deep cross. Playing it out to Leary. Good pass. Heavy touch. And Tampa slow it down again. They're trying to find the ball into the box. That could be it. Headed away. Good stop by the Bucks.
Oh, no way.
And into open space, Dennis gets dispossessed. And now there's some room for the Bucks. They've got a 1-on-4 counterattack with more players coming shortly. Good physicality from the 13 to get past the defender, but Armas not giving up on the play. Both players go down, but are quickly back up. Good to see no one got hurt there. Cronquist now on the left flank, bringing it forward. Cronquist with a short pass. That's going to miss and be picked up out wide. Skogmo sends it forward now. And that's a nice through ball, finding Ashley Finn. 30 minutes played at Pepin Stadium, and looks like we'll be getting a corner kick or throw-in. Similar situation. The ball did go out of play. I believe it'll be the latter. I believe it'll be a throw-in coming up. A lot of players getting into the box. Even if it's thrown, they might send it deep onto it. Thrown's going to go to the edge of the box. Barry trying to find the cross. Then, while they send it towards goal, they send it right towards the goalie. Easy pickup for Aiden Smith. And now she'll clear it away for the Spartans with 13 minutes to go in the half. Heading it forward.
11. Something
Shot. Barely missed. Cronquist rebound. What a stop by the defender. Wow.
Shot by 14.
What a counterattack from the Spartans. They get the ball to the box, get a very nice shot that's saved by Mayrink, and it falls directly to Cronquist. A wide open rebound, if not for the Bucks defender, who just barely gets ahead on the ball to send it out for a corner kick. That's a Sports Center quality defensive stop. Almost a goal line clearance. So, corner kick for the Spartans after two quick shots on target. One of them saved by Mayrink, one of them deflected away.
15's taking a block.
And looks like Tampa will be taking it with Kate Russell. Wonder if they'll play it short, though.
Standing this way.
Nope, they'll send it deep. Missed kick at the far post. Scramble at the edge of the box. Tampa wins it back, but that's rolled straight to Mayrink, and she can clear it away. She'll also be able to pick it up, I believe, but she's just holding on to it for now. 12 minutes to go can give her team a little bit of a breather after that quick defensive stand.
That was a great save.
Tampa starting to do better in terms of making the most of their opportunities. Here come the Bucks on another counterattack. Headed forwards. Sort of the clearance header didn't really work out as the Bucks now fighting for the ball by the sidelines. Tampa just sent it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Bucks. Tampa was hoping to win the ball back, but that was clearly off a Spartan defender. No team's really prepping a lot of changes here. We've only seen a handful in the entire game. Cronquist and O'Leary entering the game for the Spartans. Both teams just kind of rolling with the starters, something I know Till Newman, Spartan alumni who actually had been here earlier this week for the men's soccer game, would be a fan of. He's always a fan of letting players really get settled into the game, and as a former Spartan player himself, he always didn't like being substituted in the first half, because even though sometimes you get the fresh players on, it takes time for those fresh players to sort of get accustomed to the flow of the game, and it kind of can disrupt the flow. So I think he'd be a fan of the management styles from Jay Harris and Aaron Switalski. Throw-in coming up now for Barry as the first half continues. Whistle goes, but it's a foul on Barry, surprisingly. Both players went down in the challenge, but it's Barry that gets the call. 10 minutes left, and Tampa's going to play the free kick quickly. I think I called the kick quick, as I was trying to say the kick quickly. very quickly. The Bucks, on contrast, will slow it down, trying to find a hole through the Spartan defense. Last couple minutes, they've been on the back foot. Tampa, of course, had that big opportunity on goal that forced a save and defender clearance. And now the Bucks trying to get back into the momentum of the game, trying to get back into possession. They've been the stronger team here in the first half, but they do have the same amount of shots on goal with 2 apiece. Cleared away by Carholm. And Dennis with an excellent challenge. And they're actually going to call a foul on Barry. There wasn't offsides. I don't know if that was necessarily a foul. It looked like Dennis just fell to the ground as she sort of planted her body to win the ball. Wasn't necessarily that she got pushed. I think it was more that she just kind of made a little sliding stop, and the referee said there was contact. So, Spartans will resume. They'll play it from the back line. Here's a long ball to the center of the park. Headed over. And picked up. No Spartan was ready for it, and Barry instead was. A lot of room for the 19 to run. Pastor gets dispossessed, but keeping the play alive is Billick as she sends it now out wide. It's picked up by Cordelia Brown. Lofted into the box. Smith picks it up at the far post before anyone can get to it. Not even a Spartan defender. And Smith will slow things down again. Both teams sort of trying to get those quick attacks going late in the half. They're trying to find the moment of weakness from their opponent to find something, as both attacking sides have been kept quiet. We got a couple changes getting set. Looks like one for Barry will be coming in, but we have to wait. When they get a chance to make the substitution, looks like it'll be Catherine Cabrera replacing Madison Pastor. Tampa wins the ball back, but it just goes out for a Barry throw-in, and this is where their change will come into play. 7:35 left to go in the game. So with the change being made, the first one from the Bucks, we resume play with the throw-in, and the Bucks are going to win possession at the midfield. They'll send it out wide, but Tampa have enough defenders back. Bad pass from the Spartan center back, and it's going to be a throw-in for Barry in a dangerous position. Here comes a throw-in from Barry. Tampa back in possession. Here come the Spartans. That's going to be cleared away, and a goal kick. It was actually the pass that just goes wayward. 6 minutes to go.
I got it.
26 is coming out.
17.
So here we go. Barry playing it from the back. We'll start off slow. Barry finally send it forward. They do not mind waiting a long time for the opportunity. And also at the moment, the Spartans not too desperate to resume play. And there is the handball call. Tampa was waiting for it to get whistled. Long ball cleared for the Spartans,
No way.
and they're going to send it back to the goalie.
No way. We almost did. Keep the pressure on. Come on.
Barry holding on to the ball. The game is pretty much slowed to a halt at this stage of the half. But you know, both teams just waiting for one team to make a little slip up, make a little error. And neither team willing to commit it. It's kind of funny because both teams, they want to get back in the win column to help their standing placement for the Sunshine State Conference, especially with the postseason around the corner. But for the moment, they're both still just content keeping this game level. We also have 45 minutes to play, remember. And when we get back to the second half, maybe with a little extra energy, we see a quick start. Dennis sort of misplaying that, had lost the ball and didn't really challenge to try to win it back. But Tampa, nice challenge from Holschauer. Clearance blocked. And Sydney Dennis going to win it right back. She is everywhere on the field, from the attack to the defense. So Tampa will send it out wide.
Oh.
Dennis in the middle of the field. Played short. Tampa just playing it back and forth. Again, similar to Barry, waiting for something to open, waiting just for the play to kind of naturally flow their way. And here they go, bring it forward now. Cronquist drops all the way to the midfield to receive the pass. Tampa pretty fluid in terms of their positioning. They got players going up and down the field at random intervals. And that long ball is not at random intervals, played very well and goes out for a Spartans corner kick. They'll have a late opportunity with 2 minutes to go. So Tampa with everyone in the box. Given how the end of the first half is gone, I would not be surprised if this is the final true attacking opportunity as the Spartans play it short. Now try a long-range shot, headed away again. That was a nice idea on the long-range effort. It's punched away and then eventually headed away. But the Spartans still have the ball as they'll send it forward. Cleared away. The Spartans have had some buzzer beaters before, but they'll have to keep trying to get the ball back to try to get one right here in the first half. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Barry get a throw in as that ricochets off a Spartans defender. Long ball, picked up. Here comes Barry. Play to the center of the park, but missing pretty much everyone. Now picked up on the left wing. A minute to win it for the first half. We got 60 seconds remaining as here come the Spartans with a big interception. Cronquist is forward. It's a 4-on-2 as they play it to the center. Cronquist with a great pass to her teammate. Far side of the edge of the box. Oh, by the corner. Whipped in. Cleared away before it gets to Cronquist. Long range shot, off target goal kick. Like the idea, but the execution just imperfect that time, and it'll be a goal kick for the Bucks. With 15 seconds to go, unless Barry send it immediately downfield, we'll end the first half scoreless. And it's looking like the latter is going to be true with 10 seconds to go. Ball won back by the Spartans. They'll need a long-range shot. Played forward. Not enough time. Both teams head to the locker rooms through 45 minutes at level footing. Both teams with some big chances. Cronquist stomped on that open shot. And because of that, we remain tied through 45 at Pepin Stadium. By the way, during halftime, which will be about 15 minutes, go check out the game at Barry University between the men's teams. That game has about 6 minutes left of action in the 84th minute, and they're still tied. They could have a late winning matchup. That game's also on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. But in 14 minutes' time, we'll be back at Pepin Stadium. Second half, still tied at 0. And we're back. I apologize. I did that thing where you forget that you're muted for a second. As the second half begins at Pepin Stadium, I'm Taylor Storley. I'll reintroduce what I said just a second ago. Thanks to that. But a 0-0 tie at the end of the first half. The Spartans and Bucks still trying to find the opener and still trying to find the winner. And by the way, I hope you took my advice and watched the final few minutes of the Barrie and Tampa men's game at Buccaneer Field, because there were 3 goals in the span of 5 minutes. Tampa got on the board, Barrie got on the board twice, and they win 3-2 in a pivotal conference matchup. I wonder if we'll see any late scoring today between the Spartans and Bucks,
And Tampa is
and if both teams will get more desperate as the game continues. Brinius sends it back to the midfield for the Spartans as we continue. They're now attacking left to right, and I believe it'll be after the game we have our Senior Day celebrations for our seniors, as we didn't do it at halftime. The seniors on the roster include Sophia Liman, Sophia Carlholm, Mia Zubiat,
substitution.
Sydney Dennis, Nellie Brinnis, Haley McMahon, Talia Leary, and Lily Riddell. There might be 1 or 2 others that are celebrated, but on our Spartans roster, those are the 8 seniors or graduate students, as Tampa now bring it to their back line. Now here comes a chance for Barrie on the counterattack. And now they've got some space out wide. Played closer to the box. Played inside. They got some room in front of goal. Great movement. Player goes down. Goalie picks it up. Just enough defensive pressure from the Spartans to reset it.
It's not starting kickoff.
So here we go. As we continue, 42:50 and counting left to go.
Close out of it and go back into it.
Through ball from the Spartans. Picked up in the midfield by Barrie.
No, like, close it.
Their pass did not work.
Close game. Tampa was very open Tampa.
Now Tampa's going to win the ball back in a dangerous spot. Barrie holding it in the midfield just made one costly error, and it's the 18 Wold surging down the wing and almost wins a corner kick. That cross barely gets deflected in play. Looked like it was going to deflect outwards for a goal kick. Spartans throw in off the clearance.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
That's going to go out. And apart from some upset players on the field talking about the call, it will be a goal kick coming up. Good job by Barrie to force the turnover. Good job holding the ball down the wing. And now played to the middle of the park. Good short passing by Barrie. They'll spread out the field of play and send it down the right side. Still with a bit of room. Cross. Cleared away. Just back in time was Sophia Libman. But the threat might not be done yet. Barrie from the edge of the box. Blocked. And Tampa clears it. Spartans throwing as we now go the other way. 40 minutes remaining here in the second half. And I wonder if you're just tuning in from the men's matchup over at Buccaneer Field. Thank you for joining us on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. A big win for Barrie at home against the Spartans. Our women's team hoping to flip the script and win as the home side right here. Tampa Soccer will be back on October 30th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. as the Spartans take on the Eckerd Tritons at home for the men's team. Meanwhile, our Spartans will be on the road in St. Petersburg at that same time at 7 p.m. They'll be hoping to take on the Tritons with one more win in the column But we are still tied up as Barry make the interception, pausing the Spartans' attack. Picked up. Now Calm with some space on the ball. Through ball. Headed away. Good interception there. Don't know if it would have found the Spartans' target, but that header just made sure Barry didn't have to worry about it. They'll slow things down and send it downfield. Since the first half, Barry got off to a hot start with a lot of shots, but they've really been kept quiet as of late from the Spartans. But I wonder, maybe if the momentum can now get on their side as they surge down the field. They've got some room on the wing, not a lot of pressure from Tampa. And that cross, just a bit outside. Goal kick. So Smith playing it short as Tampa now brings it back all the way up the field. Throw in coming up for Barry. Played short. Ooh, nice flick, but it's going to be cleared away. Here come the Spartans. And that's going to be out of bounds. It'll go the other way. So Tampa resetting to send it down the field. Here's the long ball all the way forward. Tampa's record in October is an interesting 1-1-3, with the one loss starting out the month on the road against Rollins. 3 straight ties before a 3-1 win against the Sharks. Barry, conversely, are 1-3-1. They started the month with a win against Palm Beach, then a loss, and then a tie, and then 2 losses. Barry playing it short, still looking for someone. But they'll have to play it all the way back as there's a lot of pressure from Ella Armas chasing one of the Barry players all the way backwards. Short passing now for the Bucks as they'll send it out from the back. I've mentioned Spartans volleyball throughout the game today, their recent win against Nova Southeastern to get back in the winning column. Barry also looking to get back in the winning column. They suffered a 3-0 defeat to Embry-Riddle today and previously lost 3-2 at Rollins, but beforehand they did upset the number 1 ranked Tampa Spartans 3-0 on the road, giving the Spartans their first home loss since, well, they last beat the Spartans at home in the regional 2 years ago. No foul. The referees allow these players to play through a lot of physical contact, and that play was no exception despite multiple players going down. And now Barry are going to win it back after Carholm gets dispossessed. Good tenacity by the Bucks defense. And here comes a free kick. Now the whistle goes for the Spartans, the 3rd foul of the game for the Bucks. Tampa had the first foul, but since then, they've been clean in terms of fouling.
30 on 21. Was it 13 or 30? 26 for 9, Tampa. Not yet coming. About to come in.
Headed away. Barry turns and heads downfield. Here comes the center backs. And we're back, and now joining me for the second half, stopping doing the stats for now, is...
Rajveer Bhatia. Hi Taylor, how are you doing today?
Good, how about you? I mean, we're feeling pretty good, 0-0 tie at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a slow game so far. Both teams are trying to get an advantage over here. Tampa's been striking lately in the past 5 minutes, I would say.
They certainly have, but it still feels like that stalemate is set to continue as we are 15 minutes through, well actually 11 minutes through the second half. We need 4 more minutes until we're 15 minutes through it. As Tampa hold on to it in the middle of the field with Sidney Dennis. Dennis, apart from some of the big plays by Aiden Smith, has probably been the Spartans' strongest player, has been throughout the entire season, but just a great player to have, flexible for the attack and defense.
Yeah, she's been all over the field today, and wherever you see her, the ball, she's there on top of it, whether it's defense, attack, or the midfield.
Yeah, and at the moment, staying sort of a bit more central, playing a bit deeper. If you look at the Spartans, they've got 2 forwards, they've got 3 forward midfielders. It's kind of a 4-3-3, but in a sort of an awkward way, I guess. Just kind of not necessarily the types of pairings you expect in terms of positioning, but they've got balance across the field.
Yeah, but they need to make more chances with that now.
They certainly do. Barry, meanwhile, also needs to try to build some more chances. But just like at the end of the first half, they are content waiting for the Spartans to be aggressive on the press. And so far today, Tampa really hasn't.
Yeah, Barry slowed the game down a little bit over there, but now they're moving to an attack position.
That cross will find a target, but it's not a great spot for a shot just yet. Here's the long-range effort. Cleared away. But Barry still on the ball. They waited for that opening and then tried to strike. Oh, that's a big block and a clearance attempt. Tampa could have numbers. Good job to get in front of the Spartan attacker, and Barry will have to send that all the way out wide, and that actually barely stays in play. Free kick coming up as a Spartan player is down on the ground with an injury. They will stop the clock. I believe one of the players went down awkwardly, and they'll get checked out quickly. Actually, it's a Barry player that stays down on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think the ball was on the other side, and I just quite missed it.
So that is unfortunate there. Hopefully, nothing too serious in terms of that injury. Tampa will prepare a free kick most likely to send the ball back to Barry, I think, after we get the player checked out with the injury. We do have a substitution getting ready. Looks like from the Spartan side, too. Still tied up at Pepin Stadium.
Yeah, 30 minutes to go in the game. Let's see if either teams can actually take the opportunity and score.
I'd give you a better update on what was happening with the injured player, but unfortunately, with Barry wearing dark uniforms and the atmosphere at Pepin Stadium being night, a little bit hard to see amongst the sort of the dark shadows by some of the buildings on campus. You see the Health and Technology building out in front of you. And as the ball is played to the back, also Morsani Hall, a place with dorms and restaurants on campus. Raj, sometimes we've talked about some of the good restaurants here and places to eat at U Tampa. Where's your favorite spot to go? Because I know I talked about my favorites last time, and you did mention you liked some of the spots. But I'm curious, though, what's your singular favorite at U Tampa?
I think I would say Chick-fil-A probably. Or the dining hall. The dining hall is pretty good. It's got a good variety of food.
That too. Both places at the Vaughn Center are always good spots to go.
Yeah.
I personally got tired of Chick-fil-A throughout my time at U Tampa, but that's because it's almost always a great spot to go. And unfortunately, our Chick-fil-A is not just closed on Sunday, but on Saturday too.
Yeah, I don't get that. They should be open on Sunday as well.
On Saturday as well.
If it was up to me, both days.
Yeah. Well, I think legally Chick-fil-A has to be closed on Sunday because that's the entirety of the brand. But
fair enough.
I do wish it was open on Saturdays, although they get a lot of students every single day, so they kind of deserve the 2 days off, I think, for the weekend. Shout out to the staff who keep our restaurants open on campus. But the dining hall is open pretty much 24/7. I mean, it's closed sometimes, but every day you'll be able to get some good food there.
That's true. And
Whether
they
it's,
shift it up as well, so.
Yeah, you can get some good deli meats, some good desserts. There's always some spaghetti as well.
True that.
I personally
and some good
prefer
pizza.
I personally prefer my family's home cooked spaghetti, but whenever I'm getting a little bit homesick and Pandini's is not open, I can always stop at the dining hall, as that's going to be a Barry goal kick.
Let's be honest, no one can ever beat home food.
Of course. Except for Dairy Queen, though.
Dairy Queen?
Good ice cream. When it's in stock, because unfortunately sometimes they're out of stock. You know, sometimes you'll be looking for a goal with some Dairy Queen ice cream, and just like these teams today, be quiet through the first 60 minutes.
Taylor, there's actually one more player on the ground over here. And
there is, yes.
Is unfortunate, and they have stopped the clock here.
Yeah, it was just out of my view, one of the Barry players down. I wonder if that's a cramping or hydration issue. Something you don't like to see.
Definitely. It looks like number 16, Santiago Marengo. Oh, no, sorry. That was the Sharks lineup.
Yes. No, I've got the Barry one right here.
One.
That's Annabelle Toledo, a senior from Miami, it looks like.
Sorry there.
Toledo's had a good game going up and down the field. We're going to see, does she have any shots yet? No, hasn't. I'll say the good news is I think it might be more of a cramping situation. And obviously, with no hydration breaks at this stage of the year, dehydration becomes a larger problem. And Toledo has been in the game the entire time. The entirety of the second half, just like the first half. And we're back. And we're back officially now. As play resumes. The substitution was made, and hopefully nothing too serious for Toledo as we continue. A throw-in for the Spartans as they now begin to send it the other way. It's picked up into open space by Brinius, but it's dispossessed by Barry. Here they come. Played all the way out wide. Cross. Gets past Aiden Smith, headed into the back of the net. What a nicely played goal by the Bucks. Smith trying to clear it away, completely whiffed on the ball, and at the far post, the Barry attacker was not in a position to use her feet, so she decides to use her head, not in terms of thinking about what to do, but in terms of heading it on a pretty clean arc into the back of the net. 1-0 for the Bucks here in the 60th minute. And it is, who else? Alia Jaidi, the leading goal scorer for the Bucks, gets number 7 on the season. You could call it lucky number 7 at this stage of the game. 30 minutes to go with the Barry lead. Ashley Finn on the assist, it looks like. Actually, might have been from Pastor. I can't fully tell. We'll double check in a minute or so. But either way, what a goal for Barry. And that is an important goal at this stage of the game. It allows Barry to also be a bit more conservative on defense. Not what the Spartans needed. Throw-in coming in for Barry. They're back on the defensive third. And I have a feeling they'll have to do that a lot as this game continues. Nice long ball. And Tampa picks it up at the sideline. Barry throw-in.
Taylor looks like no longer it's going to be a stalemate.
Yeah, the stalemate has been broken.
As Barry take the lead over here.
If Tampa wants to keep their undefeated streak going, they'll need to find at least one. And it's not a winning streak. They didn't win 3 in a row. They drew 3 in a row before getting back in the win column.
Yeah, they won their last game, I think, 3-1?
Yes, it was a 3-1 road win against Nova Southeastern. As the Sunshine State Conference standings currently read, Barry would jump to 5th, right behind St. Leo. Tampa would stay where we are, near the bottom half of the table.
Yeah, they need this win too. I mean, even though they've not had many losses.
Yeah, only one conference loss. Problem is, only one conference win too, and the way you get points is in the win column, not on the draw column. It's good to not lose, but obviously it's better to be with a winning result. Now here comes Barry down the wing. Looking for the cross. Wayward. And that'll be a free kick coming up for the Spartans. Expect more changes coming later in the half, but for the L, both sidelines remain empty and quiet, with the exception of a couple players doing some frequent warm-ups up and down the field. Here comes a long free kick now from the Spartans. Clock continues to wind down. And in 12 minutes, we'll reach the 15-minute milestone. Whenever there's a substitution in the final 15 minutes by the winning team, the clock is stopped, as there is a lofted ball out of play for what will be a corner kick for Barry, deflected by a Spartan defender.
Now that's 4 attacks in a row with 1 success. Let's see what Barry can do with this corner kick. The Bucks have really taken the momentum back in this game. We saw Tampa take the momentum, keep it alive, get some opportunities, but the Bucks have responded right back with a goal, and now they've still kept momentum.
Now they needed to get on the board as they were struggling to start in the end of the first half. And at the start of the second half is what I meant to say at first. But now they look back in control. That header falls behind everyone, and it's picked up by Barry at the edge of the box. They'll look for another cross here, played up top. Long-range effort, and that'll be out of play. Smith had that covered, goal kick.
Yeah, normally when a team scores, you see them go on the defensive, but Barry's not giving up here. They want one more. They're looking to extend the lead to 2 now.
And the question will be, can they do it? Long ball by Smith. Headed up. Cleared downfield. Nice short passing. It's picked up by Russell. And after a couple deflections, and after a couple more deflections, it falls back to the Spartans. I was ready to say it went to the Spartans first, then back to Barry, then back to the Spartans, now back all the way to Smith, and now all the way forward. And Barry's defense will try to slow the game down, but there is a lot of pressure, including from Yazzie Vargas, the freshman from Buford, Georgia, putting pressure on the goalie. Goalie goes down onto the ground. That is a timely time for her to go down, but I think as she tried to jump for the header, might have tweaked something with the back, because the ball went back her way. She was in a position where she couldn't pick it up, so she had to head the ball after it got lifted to the air.
Yeah, that could have been something for Tampa, though. I mean,
it would have been something for Tampa, but good play by Mayrink.
Yeah, that was smart play.
Yeah. And referee checking out the goalie, making sure she's all right. Free kick coming up for the Bucks.
Well, she's from Brazil. Football runs in their genes.
It certainly does. Obviously, Brazil, a favorite for the upcoming World Cup 2028, potentially. They've got world-class talents like Vinicius, Endrick, the duo that lost today at El Clasico 4-0.
4-0, Barca. I'm a Barca fan.
Yeah, we're hoping to avoid a 4-0 result here, as we already trail 1-0. We'll see which team has the Hansi Flick aura, as that is cleared away and picked up at the midfield by Barry, although they send it backwards. That's not what you want. Vargas heads it forward. Won't find a teammate. Goal kick coming up for Barry. And that was off a Spartan, not off a Barry player, so an easy call for the referee right there.
Yeah, that was good play by the Berry defender to kind of stop the Spartan from getting the ball.
It was a big play there, but the Spartans starting to gain more momentum. They've got the ball back. That header was dangerous, but just out of reach of Yazzie Vargas. Here comes a cross. Played into the box. Heavy touch, not enough room for the shot. Second time could be the charm for a cross into the box. Pretty egregious foul by Barry there. Yellow card potentially coming up. If not, just a dangerous free kick for the Spartans. And that was just a tackle from behind. Just a clean sliding tackle that just didn't get the ball.
Well, I think the problem is that it was from behind.
Yes, exactly. That's where you'd want the booking, but referee decided not to ultimately.
Yeah, the referee's been quite fair this game. He's not given many fouls to either teams.
Yeah, for the moment there's just 7 in the game, and 5 of them have actually gone to the Bucks. But not a surprise, though. Barry have been a bit more of the aggressive team so far.
Especially with the shoulder tackles.
You know what? You need that aggression and that physicality to make plays happen.
That's true. They won up.
Yep. That's the big score at the end of the deal. Not the fouls, not the shots, the goals. Now, to the far post, everyone misses it. Goal kick for Barry.
No, it is in.
Cleared away as that actually barely stayed in.
It's a throw in for the Spartans.
So it's good news for Tampa as they'll stay on the ball.
As the Spartans look to attack again, the ball is sent in.
Falls behind literally everyone. Headed up. Edge of the box. Brinius, not enough room for the shot. And now it'll go the other way. And that's the tough thing for Tampa. They've had good opportunities, but just not a lot of room for a lot of those shots. And Barry had room for one, and they capitalized. They've had a couple other shots, but nothing too crazy, per se. As now here come the Spartans trying to send it back down the field. Nice short pass over to Ali Wold. Ali Wold with some space, deciding to keep it. Here's a long ball, but that's just a little too far in front of the Spartan teammate. I don't think the Spartan teammate got the memo to run forward in time.
I think the Spartans have been great at the short passing today, but the long balls just haven't been their thing for today.
They'll need to keep trying, and they've got 22 minutes to do so. You also imagine both teams have a couple more subs to use as well as we continue. But those will come a little bit later. We're halfway through the second half, and we do have a team with a go-ahead goal. Cleared downfield, free kick for the Spartans coming up. While there was a Spartan attacker in space, the ball was rolling a bit further away, so the clock does stop. They can't play advantage.
That's a free kick from more or less the same spot.
Yeah, it's going to be another dangerous spot for the Spartans. Can someone get on the receiving end this time around?
Well, if the Spartans want to get on the board.
Long ball to the box. Falls past everyone, headed to the far post, into the back of the net.
There's a whistle there.
But they call it off. Foul on the play. It'll be a free kick for Barry. Controversial ruling to disallow the goal. There was a foul, I think, right before it got knocked into the back of the net. Maybe a little too close to the goalie. Maybe they say it ricocheted off the hand. Either way, Spartan players and fans will be disappointed as it's still 1-0 Barry.
That was a late call there, though.
That was actually, I think, right on time. They didn't really have a lot of time to celebrate. You heard the whistle, I think, right before it went into the back of the net. And even if it's a late call, it's a late call. You can't argue with City Hall. Here's now the header. Won not by Sydney Dennis, who it looked like he was falling towards, but Ali Wold right behind her. That's going to get out of play, and it'll be Tampa's number 2, Libman, on the throw-in. Libman's another senior from Marietta, Georgia. A Spartans veteran and a long-time solid defender, as that's going to be played out wide for Ali Wold. Ali Wold heads it over to Leary. Talia Leary with a nice turn. Crossed. Finds no one at the far post. That's going to be kept in play, though, by Mayrink, who's had 2 saves in the game. And that is unfortunate for the Spartans.
Yeah, they almost tied the game, but well, the whistle goes off.
So Mayrink coming up.
They still have 20 minutes, though.
Indeed, Raj. 20 minutes left to play. And a sub coming in soon for the Spartans, too.
We've seen a lot of last-minute miracles for the Spartans on this field.
Yeah, I mean, earlier this season, I believe it was Talia O'Leary with the game-winning free kick with just seconds to go. That was one of the cool moments for the Spartans. They love some of that late-game magic here. And they'll need some of that late-game magic. Throw-in coming up for Barry. And I believe Tampa might be able to get the change in. Or they might have to wait till the next possession. Yeah, Barry throw-in. They'll have to wait. But there is a Spartan ready to go into the game. Looks like it'll be Cronquist back into the game for the Spartans when that happens. She'll be replacing Lindsay Emerson. Edge of the box. Cleared away, and actually cleared into the box. And that's a good pickup by Aiden Smith. 66% save percentage today for Smith. Has seen 3 shots on target. One of them got past her after she missed that diving play. The other 2 were saved. So Smith, just slowing things down here. Time stopped at 18:45. So, small little delay. And as the ball's dropped, we'll resume.
That's good pressure by Barry.
It is, and they'll actually force a turnover. Spartans lose possession, Barry back on the ball.
Yeah, we said that the Spartans have 20 minutes, but it looks like Barry's using those 20 minutes for their strikes right here.
They're certainly going to try, and by the way, Tampa's now putting more pressure on the back line. They can't afford just to sit back and let Barry hold on to it. They now need to get aggressive, which could play into the Bucks' hands, but also they could force a Barry error. Scramble for the ball at the edge of the box. It's won back by the Bucks. And they'll take the ball the other way. Down the wing. Kept alive. Throw in coming up for the Spartans. Momentum shifting towards Tampa again. Long throw, headed out for a corner.
All the Spartans once again in the box. This time they may want to make the goal count.
They'll certainly try. Tampa sending up quickly, though. They'll play it short. And now we'll see maybe if there's a cross. Played back out wide. Lofted into the box, and now to play for a goal kick. Haven't done amazing in the air duels, so I think they were trying to play it on the ground and open up the defense a little more naturally.
I think it was a good idea, but not the best execution.
Tampa will need to find a little bit stronger execution as time winds down. They won't have chances forever, but they will have one right here. Ali Wold down the middle. Shot into the back of the net. What a strike by Ali Wold. We're all level at Pepin Stadium.
That was a beautiful shot, and I believe it was from outside the box. That was a long-range effort, which finds the back of the net.
Yeah, it wasn't too far outside the box. I think it was pretty close to the 18-yard line, but that still does not take away any magic from that strike. Perfectly to the far corner. And, you know, that was a good dive from Mayrink, but she was not stopping that shot.
Yeah.
What a play for the Spartans. Just what the doctor ordered. 1-1 at Pepin Stadium. And like we said, Raj, a little late magic.
Always works for the Spartans.
Well, most of the time. Didn't work against Rollins. It does against other teams, including Barry for the moment. But now the Bucks are going to go on a quick counterattack. Nice clearance there. Kept in play by Carholm. That is the veteran presence. She delivers to the back line. Now it's Talia O'Leary. We saw a rapid flurry of goals at the end of the game for the men's matchup on the road. Will we see maybe a couple of back-to-back moments for the Spartans? Ali Wold with the cross will win a corner kick for Tampa if that stays out of bounds. And that indeed is a throw-in for the Spartans. It didn't go out for a corner kick.
That's a short pass.
It is, but they
Lost
get some
defenders.
space. Ali Wold tied the game, holding on to the ball. Played out to Dennis. Dennis just plays it back to Carl. Headed awkwardly away, but it actually does land right with a Barry midfielder. Here come the Bucks. And with that, we've got about 15 minutes remaining. But this is where the teams will get a little more aggressive. You know, a draw wouldn't be bad for both sides, but in terms of the conference standings,
I mean,
they need
wins.
wins. Yes, they need the 3 points more than just the one. And that is true for the Spartans, because at the moment, Barry would only improve to be tied with Nova Southeastern, and Tampa would just improve by a spot to be level with Barry.
Yeah, well, this game has just gotten much more interesting.
Yeah, not with Barry I meant, but with Eckerd.
Echoed.
So, always been interesting to see the standings, see the games in hand, see the canceled games too, which can actually impact the postseason too if they can't get played. But either way, for the moment, this regular season tie continues. Headed away by the Spartans. And now it will be Libman trying to send the ball the other way, playing out wide to Ali Wold. Wold's wonderful strike was able to get her 4th Spartan goal. Incredible stuff from the Michigan freshman. Definitely emerging as one for the future for our Spartans team. And I wonder, when Sydney Dennis departs, if Wold could be the recipient of the number 10.
Yeah, it's going to be big shoes to fill for her.
Already doing a good job trying to fill them.
Definitely.
Wold playing it out wide. Good short passing, but the Spartans are going to lose possession. 4 goals on the season does tie the overall team lead with Mimi Cronquist. Cronquist has been more of a super sub for the Spartans, but that does not mean she hasn't been effective. Ooh, good on-ball pressure, but Barry hold on to it. If only for a moment. That's going to fall all the way back to Carl Holm, and she'll send it forward. Cindy Dennis on the ball. Dennis plays it forward. Trying to find Wold, and will find her. Edge of the box again. Had a heavy touch. Gets knocked over. No whistle, no foul. The Spartans bench not happy at all. You could hear, I mean, maybe it was the fans too. I couldn't really tell.
It was the bench, but that was a rough challenge.
It certainly was. Close call, and the referee gives the benefit to the defender. And I wonder if the referee's going to go over and issue a yellow card to the bench for the previous play.
Issues a stop for the clock.
Yeah. So we do have a quick stoppage, and one of the players just needing a bit of hydration before we resume with a free kick for Barry to resume. We got 12 minutes, 59 seconds to go. Barry going to make a change. Re-entering the game will be Madison Pastor. She replaces Ashley Finn. The Bucks send it back to their goalie as time resumes. Mayrink, long ball to the left-hand side. Played out wide. Here come the Bucks. Now they get at the edge of the box. Loose ball gives them a chance. Maybe looking for something long range as they pass it across to the middle. Not enough room for the shot. Now to the edge of the box. Played inside. Not enough room. Long range shot blocked. Cleared away. And Tampa's back on the ball. Moving forward now. Long clearance from the Spartans. Gets behind everyone. Picked up by Talia O'Leary. 2-on-2 break for the Spartans. Knocked off the ball. That was actually a very nice bit of physical play there from the Barry defender. Lucky to not get a foul there, but did the right thing. Just used the body to get in the way. Not to knock the player over. That's where you get the foul, maybe even a booking. But just interrupts the flow of the Spartan player on the run to ultimately give time for a teammate to get in possession to win the ball.
That's what you call a tactical play right there.
Yep. And sometimes it would be a tactical foul, but it takes even more, I guess, physical finesse. I don't think that's a term, but that's what I'll call it. To just use the body to almost set a screen to prevent that chance. And did a good job of it, and did it cleanly, too. The ball's going to stay with Barry as it goes out of play. A lot of whistles as there's a bit of activity.
There's a bit of a foul there.
Yeah, there was. Wanted the tempers going up a little bit higher here. Both teams, again, like we mentioned, desperate to find the winner.
Yeah, and it's been a physical game, the second half at least.
And I don't think that'll slow down anytime soon with 11 to go. I think the referees will also be very quickly giving warnings for players getting a little too aggressive.
There you go.
Oh, that's
That's definitely
that's
a
what we
foul.
were talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty rough challenge trying to win the header. No card issued on the play, but that's certainly a warning. Free kick for the Bucks.
This could be something for Barry right here. I mean, this free kick could be their chance to get forward.
They capitalize with their first goal with chaos in the box. Can they do it again? Whistle goes. That's played long. Falls behind everyone. Challenge one-on-one with the goalie. Barely kept in play. No foul given on the play. I'm surprised. I think that might have been a foul as the player got too close to Aiden Smith. Good news is Smith and the Barry attacker are all right. Spartans win the throw-in. Foul could have been redundant as that went out of play for the Spartans.
I think that was clean, honestly.
I know sometimes they're a bit more aggressive in the foul calls when
Yeah.
you include the goalie. Obviously, you need to keep them safe. They're the ones that are having to get a bit more aggressive on those plays.
Definitely. No,
And it's
I
also
get
a
that.
reason that they wear brightly colored jerseys to help
Yeah.
differentiate for players to not get too aggressive. Other players, you get aggressive, a little bit more leniency for the
One
fouls.
for one, but goalie's 2 for 1.
Yeah, exactly. And if ever there's a doubt on who made the foul, it's not going to be the goalie.
Yeah, they got the
It's gonna
benefit
be
of
the
doubt.
attacker.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's going to be headed forward and cleared away by the Bucks.
Actually, no, it's going to stay in. And
Well, now it goes out, but good news for the Bucks. It went off a Spartan, so they'll send it
Yeah.
downfield. And now we've got 9 minutes to go at Pepin Stadium. No additional time will be added. We play to the buzzer. Feels weird to say that about soccer, but that's how we do it in D2. Whistle, as we got something changing real quick.
me personally, I like the penalty kicks. I mean, they're
Yeah.
fun. They get the players hyped. And the audience as well.
We haven't had a penalty shootout for a while for
Yeah.
tournament play at U Tampa. Both times you were close to having it a couple seasons ago in the conference tournament, both Spartans teams lost via golden goal in extra time with under a minute to play until penalties. A painful way for Spartan seasons to end.
And twice in a row. I mean,
Twice in a row within a couple weeks span. And I was there for both games in the cold at the top of Pepin Stadium. So yeah, not
fun.
the fondest of memories. Throwing coming in for the Bucks at a defensive position. Tampa putting pressure on the ball. But the golden goal is a fun way for extra time to be settled.
Yeah.
And especially with goals that late, it just kept the final 60 seconds of useless play from occurring. Long ball forward now from Ella Armas.
That's got to be a foul. Yeah, that's a foul.
Yeah, whistle goes. Free kick for the Spartans. 8th foul of the game for the Bucks. From what I see, though, I don't think any team has a booking.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, they've both been physical, but no team has a booking yet.
Yeah, I think yet is the key word.
Yet, yeah.
Again,
With
things
7
aren't
minutes.
slowing down in terms of physicality for the final 7 minutes and change.
Yeah, I
Libman
mean,
will
then-
keep us going.
If nothing, it's going to go up.
Lofted towards goal. Headed. Tried to clear away. Barry will send it out wide, but it's going to be Libman with a lot of space to try to get another cross in. Blocked. Excellent job using the body. Throwing for the Spartans coming up.
That's a shot and just wide.
Good chance, but Tampa not able to get it into the back of the net. They now have 7 shots in the game, 3 of them on target, 2 of them saved. Barry has 9 in the game, 4 on target, 3 of them saved. Now, in terms of the possession, I think Tampa's had the slight advantage, but it's pretty close to 50-50.
I would say it's pretty close. I mean,
Both teams pretty hard to differentiate at this stage. While
Yeah.
Barry have kept it so a little bit longer when they had the lead, there also have been times where Tampa's just relaxed with the ball too. So it really hasn't been any team doing that much better in the game. It's about as even as you can get, which definitely makes it an exciting finish to see if either team can open the scoring.
I would say both teams have had their phases of keeping the ball and keeping possession.
Tampa have not won a home game since September 11th.
Can they change this right here?
That's going to go out for a goal kick. But now, notably, the Spartans also haven't lost a home game all year long. They are, I believe, 3-0-3 for the season. Their final home loss was 1 year ago, plus 2 days, on October 28th.
Oh,
Here's a long ball from the box, played to the goalie, but Aiden Smith has time with no Berry attacker following. Smith punts it long. Wold nor the Berry defender can win the ball. And now Wold will let it go out for a Spartans throw-in. Good job being physical to force the ball away from the 14. But her throw-in won't find a target. It'll be not a goal kick. Throw-in coming up in deep position for the Bucks. Doesn't look like any team with late changes here as we hit 5 minutes to go. But actually, it's 3-0-2 for the record for the Spartans at home. I added the extra draw that had been on the road. 5-1-4 is a great record for the Spartans to have, but to have 3 of the 4 ties being conference play is not ideal. Here's a shot off the toss bar. Not enough room for the rebound. Tampa quickly getting into the box for a shot, and it almost got over the head of Mayrink. Tampa will stay on possession, but it went all the way back, so they'll have to send it back down the field. That is a painful miss for the Spartans.
I think she still had it covered. I mean, that was a pretty good vertical jump.
Yeah, barely missed out on the save because the shot went a little high for the crossbar. Tampa playing it across. Cleared away.
Stays with the Tampa defender.
Next, Tampa will be on the road against Eckerd.
Is that Wednesday?
That will be on Wednesday. And next, Barry will take on the 19th ranked Lynn Fighting Knights. They'll also be on the road in Boca Raton. Now to the box. Headed over. Rolled, edge of the box. Shot. Picked up by the goalie. Nothing too dangerous there for Mayrink. Long ball from Mayrink as she slowed it down for a second, giving her team time to get downfield. Tampa's been in possession the last minute or so, so they wanted to try to wait to be able to flip possession and flip the direction of the attack. That is headed to the side and kept in play. The Bucks will have to send it backwards. Dangerous as Barry pick up the ball at the edge of the box. Multiple Spartan defenders, though, intercept and get the ball back. Barry player goes down. I think that was close to a dive attempt, though. Didn't look like a lot of physical challenge from the Spartans there. O'Leary on the wing. O'Leary to the left. O'Leary to the midfield. Carlholm now surging forward. Long ball. But won't find its target. That's going to roll out for a goal kick. And Mayrink wisely just lets it roll out of play. In that situation, just get the free goal kick and sort of reset possession.
Yeah, this game is looking to go to a stalemate. Right here, a tie.
It'll be another home stalemate for the Spartans, something they probably aren't hoping to have, because even though, again, you do avoid getting the loss column, it doesn't really help you in conference standings. It would give the Tampa a pretty crazy 1-1-4 record in conference play. And for the Spartans, it's all about turning the ones into threes. That ball is not going to land inside the booth. It'll ricochet off the top for a throw-in. Throw-in. Ooh, good pass as she gets absolutely shoved by a Spartan midfielder. Rolled a little too aggressive there. Was hoping for no foul, but that was optimistic if she thought that wasn't going to be called.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good sneaky play to lose the ball and get the defender to foul you.
Barry tried to move the ball a little too far forward for the free kick. The referee saw it. They are not letting a lot get past them today. I'll say that.
Yeah.
They have their eyes open, and shout out to the referees, not just for today, but all season long to make Sunshine State Conference play possible. But these refs had to deal with some tactical moments from both teams.
Definitely.
That was one of them. A good catch by the refs. And, of course, on the previous foul, too, on Allie Wold. We got a little too aggressive there. Into the box. And headed well away. You know, that was a perfect free kick. Had the defender, who had come forward in great spot, but her header just a little too far up. And by the time we get this free kick going, there will be a minute to win it at Pepin Stadium.
I'll be honest, when she was in the air about to take the header, I thought it was going in.
Same here.
It just goes up.
That's a really dangerous header, but Tampa was lucky that she couldn't direct it to the goal. Ooh, good interception by Carholm, and we are now officially 1 minute to go and counting at Pepin Stadium. Good short passing to open up the ball for O'Leary. Rolls off the defender, and now it'll go into the box. Barry cleared away, but now Limman into some open space. Short pass, played wide. O'Leary cross inside. Cleared away before it gets to a Spartan player at the edge of the box. 30 seconds to go now at Pepin Stadium. They'll pass it to the midfield. It's Sydney Dennis on the ball, finding Allie Wold. Scored the equalizer, maybe trying to get the winner. Good spin to open some space. We'll find Dennis. Nope, Carholm. 15 seconds to go. Tampa needs to find one more shot. Dennis looking for room. Cuts across, plays it out wide. Final chance, Limman. Edge of the box, blocked, kept alive. Good defense from Barry. As that's headed towards the box, there won't be time for the Spartans to turn and shoot. We end in a draw at Pepin Stadium. A close finish, and while Tampa had a chance on the final play, the Bucks defense just kept the door closed. And so, it's 1-1 for the third. Well, actually, the third game of the last four for the Spartans on the scoreboard. They've had 3 1-1 draws and then that 3-1 win to get back in the win column. Good news for Tampa. They are now 5 games unbeaten. Bad news for Tampa. They've only gotten 7 conference points in that span. But they do avoid defeat thanks to the Allie Wold goal earlier, and even better news for Barry. They end their losing streak at 2 as they take the draw today and improve to 8 points for their conference record this season.
Yeah,
but they were probably hoping to end the game on the win column.
Yeah, no, I think both teams were hoping for that. And right now, even though they were down and they got the score, they're still going to be disappointed because that's a lot of draws in one season.
It certainly is, and every draw just kind of handcuffs each team just a little bit, kind of slows them down. And again, you're not going up with a 0 on the scoreboard and the point board, but it doesn't do that much either.
Yeah,
and
you're
at
not
this
going up
stage
with
of
the 1 either.
Yeah, at this stage of the season, Coach Fatalski probably hoping for a team to, again, convert the 1s to 3s. But for today, it's a 1-1 scoreline between Barry and Tampa. Thanks again for tuning in on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. We'll see you on Wednesday for men's soccer. And the goal scorers, Aaliyah Jaidi and Allie Wold. See you next time.
Thank you, Taylor.